Hey guys, I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about some DC updates regarding both Lanterns and Supergirl. But before we get started guys, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Alright, so first up, I'm going to be talking about some Lantern news regarding some like 2 updates. And then later on in the video, I will talk about Supergirl. So first off, Lanterns. Now there are 2 updates about Lanterns. First update is that Lanterns has been officially delayed. Now guys, I know what a lot of y'all are thinking. I know a lot of y'all are disappointed. I know a lot of y'all are mad. I know a lot of y'all are bummed out. I am I'm with the people who are bummed out. I really wanted to see Lanterns early. I want I just wanted to see Lanterns. Again, Lanterns is my most anticipated show next year. I mean, I'm excited for Daredevil Born Again, but I think Lanterns just feels a little bit more interesting. I don't know about a lot of y'all, but I just find Lanterns sounds feels a bit more interesting than Daredevil Born Again. And to hear this whole news about it being delayed, it came from the Wrap, and at first I didn't believe it, even though I know that the Wrap is a reliable source. Um, but it came from HBO Max itself. It came from WB itself, and I mean, it's confirmed. Lanterns is delayed, and I just had to face the facts the way they are. Lanterns is delayed, and I know a lot of people think that why is it always Green Lantern fans? Why does it have to be Green Lantern fans? And the Green Lantern, you know, the whole, the character of Green Lantern, it just it hasn't been doing as well as it should be. But this delay, it was delayed to what, late summer, so around August, right after Supergirl. So yes, it's coming out right after Supergirl. Originally, it was supposed to come out before Supergirl, but now it's come out after Supergirl. And I'm excited to see Supergirl, so not I don't have a problem with that. But again, this is my most anticipated DC project next year, so I wish it did come out early and before Supergirl. But it's coming out after Clayface, so that's a good thing, I think. But Lanterns, again, they're mad. They think it has to do with WB sale, which I don't believe that. I think WB sale has nothing to do with the Lanterns delay. It could be, but I think it's probably because after what Peacemaker, because I heard that it was like the number of audience kind of went down after like what the few after like the last 3, like probably like the last 4 episodes, probably like around the last 2, the percentage of audience kind of went down, and I'm gonna say that hurt the DC, but it kind of wasn't good for Peacemaker itself and a little bit of DC Studios. Um, so I think that after that they were like, you know what? How about we take a break from shows and let's do another movie. Let's do a movie first. That way people could people that way people could go see DC in the big screen again. So I think that's could be another reason. But I think the main reason I really believe in is that maybe the VFX are right. Maybe they want to fix up some stuff. That's the reason why a lot of shows are delayed and a lot of movies are delayed is because they got to fix some stuff up. Um, and I know people are taking this as a bad thing because again, it's delayed. People think, "Oh man, every time something is delayed, that means the show is going to be bad." It's not. A lot of times when it's delayed, that means they have to fix some stuff up. It's like reshoots, maybe. Well, yeah, it's like reshoots, uh, where they have to go back and fix some stuff up. Maybe something's not where it should be. Maybe they want to add some scenes in. Um, maybe they want to do some different things with the show. They want to again add some scenes, fix some VFX, add new characters, whatever they want to do. And guys, I am bummed out, but deep down, I would say that this is kind of good. This is a little bit of good news because think about it. If there's something wrong with the show to the point where it needs to be delayed a whole, what, 9 months, then okay. If the show needs to be fixed, if the show is not working, then let them fix it. If like Green Lantern fans, the fandom itself is kind of going down because people don't have faith in the writers, the the people who create all this stuff, they don't have faith in them anymore. And so I think this show really, it can bring back the fandom who loved the character of Green Lantern. And if the show fails, then the fandom is gonna kind of be torn apart. So if there's something wrong with the show, let them fix it. I'm like, seriously, like, let them fix it. If there's something wrong with the show, let them fix it. Let them take their time on this show. And again, that's really why I think that this delay, it can have some. There's definitely there's a reason why HBO Max, DC Studios delayed this project. There's a reason, guys. There's a reason, and the reason I believe could be a good reason, and I hope it's a good reason. But I know a lot of y'all taking this as a negative way. Me personally, I'm trying to take this as a positive way. I'm trying to take this as a way that it could be good for the show. And I hope it's good for the show. I hope this show succeeds. And I hope this show does good for DC, for the DC universe entirely, for the Green Lantern characters as John Stewart and Hal Jordan. Bring this. This is your first time introducing John Stewart in live action, and you want to do it in a way where it's going to be memorable. So this show needs to be good. It needs to be in a way where people remember it. It needs to be in a way where people are affected by it, is to the point where people love the show. And if a delay if a delay causes it, makes the show great, okay. If this delay works, then it works. Okay. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But again, I know a lot of y'all are disappointed. I'm a little bit bummed out about it, but again, I think ta- uh, some time I was thinking about it. I've been thinking about this whole delay, and I just think that it can have some reasons to why it was delayed, to how this can affect the show in a positive way. But guys, that's kind of my thoughts on the delay. Again, it's coming out late summer. I know that's only like 9 months, guys, around there. Um, I can wait 9 months, and guys, I would say be glad that it did not get delayed to 2027. Be glad that we don't have to wait 3 years, because it could have been like what? It could have been like the Batman Part 2. Now, knowing the Batman Part 2 script wasn't finished, so there's a difference because Lantern's production was already finished. But again, things can happen, and be glad that the show wasn't even canceled. So again, you only have to wait around 9 months. I could wait 9 months. I could wait that long. And again, I'm just glad I don't have to wait a year. And the show. I hope it does. I hope it does great. I hope it does good things with the DCU. I hope it sets up something big for Green Lanterns and the character of the Green Lantern. So I take this delay as a both positive and a way. But let me know in the comments what you think about this whole delay of Lanterns. Do you think it's a good thing? Are you a bit bummed out about it? Do you think that James Gunn and who DC Studios is not doing Green Lantern right? Let me know in the comments below. But now we go to our second update, and yes, we do have a second update. And the update is that we have finally got a teaser for Lanterns. I'm telling you guys, when I first heard this news, I was actually excited. I was so excited. I was very excited. Um, Now I know the show ain't coming out in late summer, and that'll be weird how there's a teaser this early. But there was a teaser showed, I believe, at the WB. I think they had like a you know, sort of not similar to Comic Con, but a bit different. To where they showed the Green Lantern or the Lanterns, the teaser. A lot of people, I believe, some people saw it. I think reporters, all that. People saw it. People have given their like kind of review of the trailer. I've heard a lot of positive reviews, but the negative things I've heard about it is that the people who have not seen it but have heard what it's going to be like. Like the YouTubers who have heard like, oh man, I heard this guy saw the trailer. He told me what's going to be about. This sucks. Like this is what the trailer's going to be about. So that's really the things I've been hearing about it. That's the only really negative things I've heard about it. But really, the people who've seen the trailer, I've heard a lot of positive things. I heard it was great. I heard it looked I heard that. I'm surprisingly, I heard the VFX looked really good. Um, I heard it was. And again, guys, spoiler alert for the show, for the teaser. If you don't want to see this, again, you can um, probably skip through this whole section of the video and just pass through this part because I'm going to be talking about a little bit about the teaser and what it looks like. And again, this is your only warning about because I don't want y'all in the comment section saying that you didn't give us a warning of the trailer of the teaser. I respect you guys, and I don't want if you don't want me to tell you, you can skip through some parts of the video. Um, but yeah, the trailer it showed the teaser trailer starts off with again. So the trailer kind of starts off with both Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan training together. Now we don't know where the setting is. It could be on Earth. It could be in space. We don't know. Um, and we heard that they're training, and that Hal Jordan is actually a substitute teacher. So it gets you wondering who is the main teacher, who is supposed to be teaching Jon Stewart. So Hal Jordan again is teaching Jon Stewart. So it makes you wonder who is supposed to be the main teacher. Um, and you know we see a glimpse of Hal Jordan flying. We do not see the suits, but there are reports that they did see the suits and they looked like Earth One from the comics, which I know a lot of people don't like the suit. They want the classic version of the suit, but I don't really care. I just really want the show to be good. I want to be, and at least it's going off the source material. But I kind of don't believe this report just because for some reason the first person who came out and said that they saw the trailer, did the teaser, they literally said that they did not see the suits, and all of a sudden, when more people come out and say they saw the trailer, all of a sudden they say that they did see the suits. So a little confusing, but I'm just gonna say the teaser does not show the suits. It doesn't. Uh, the teaser does mention Chimp, a squirrel, a Green Lantern squirrel, and I know for some reason people are just blaming James Gunn. And I'm going to go a little bit into this. Now, people are blaming James Gunn. They say, "Oh, James Gunn putting his stuff into this." Well, first of all, James Gunn didn't write this show. James Gunn's not directing this show. Oh well, James Gunn's overlooking the show. James Gunn, he's probably going to be putting stuff in. No, sure, he may be overlooking it, but he did not put Chimp in. There's no confirmation that Chimp or that James Gunn put Chimp in the show. There's no confirmation. In fact, y'all were literally complaining that Green Lantern is not or Lanterns is not going to be comic accurate, and now you're mad that Lanterns is going to be comic accurate because it's featuring Chimp. And again, I believe I'm saying it wrong, but again, it's like a Green Lantern squirrel. And again, people are just saying, "Oh, James Gunn, of course he's going to put his stuff in." Again, guys, you have not even seen the movie. The trailer hasn't even came out. Not the movie, the show. The trailer hasn't even came out, and y'all already putting out negative stuff. You don't even know if the squirrel's going to be goofy. You don't know any of that. The squirrel, Chim, is literally in the comics, and y'all were literally complaining that Lanterns is not going to be comic accurate. So I don't know. But the whole chimp thing, the whole squirrel thing, that's actually good to hear. Show me that they are faithful to the source material. Um, I show that there's going to be some comic book elements in Lantern. Some, I would say. But yeah, featured Chimp, Jon Stewart, and Hal Jordan actually go into an argument talking about Jon Stewart saying, "Oh, I'm better at saving people than you." For some reason, that just doesn't feel like it. That doesn't really sound right. I'm saying like all of a sudden Jon Stewart just argues with Hal Jordan and says, "Oh, I'm better at saving people than you." I want to see how that argument kind of starts. Maybe it's something different instead of like, "Oh, I'm better at saving people than you." I think it's going to turn out to be like, "Oh, I'm a better Green Lantern than you," or "I can be better Green Lantern than you." I think instead of it saying, "Oh, I'm better at saving people than you," it could be instead it could be like, "Oh, I'm a better Green Lantern than you." So the whole argument against Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart doesn't sound right because it just doesn't kind of make sense. And I'm not saying that it's the show's fault. It just like I don't know. I need to see the teaser, but it just kind of doesn't sound right how all of a sudden Jon Stewart just argues with Hal Jordan saying that I'm better at saving people than you. It just kind of doesn't sound right to me. Doesn't kind of make sense how all of a sudden that Jon Stewart just had that argument with him. But I don't know. I'm just glad to see the teaser and see how it turns out to be, what it turns out to be. But again, the teaser was shown. That's kind of really the gist of it. I think there's kind of more, but I kind of don't. Again, I even though I said there's spoiler warning, I kind of want to don't go into that much. But again, but one more thing, we do see Hal Jordan flying. I think that's really it. We do see Hal Jordan flying, and I've, people have said that it looked really good. So the trailer it gets me hyped. It's getting me hyped. But the trailer sounds like it's going to be like what 56 seconds, 30 seconds. It doesn't sound like the teaser's going to be that long, and I'm not expecting it to be. First of all, like the, the show's going to be coming out late summer, like what I said, like 9 months. They don't need to do all that now. But guys, that's kind of the updates on Lanterns. We got updates. Now I know there's a lot more updates, but I don't want to spend the whole video talking about Lanterns. I want to go into different stuff. But yeah, I am very excited for Lanterns. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the whole Lanterns trailer and the teaser. Um, are you excited for Lanterns? I'm excited. I think Lanterns. I think this show has an ability to be great. Again, guys, you know I agree with people who say that the show has to be good. It needs to be good. That's all it needs to be. But I do agree with that. But it needs to be faithful to the source material, and it needs to be faithful to the fandom. The fandom is divided now because of what happened, what's been happening with Green Lantern, and DC over the years kind of haven't been. They kind of really don't care about the character of Green Lantern. That's what's kind of been dividing the fandom. And I think now that the show's come out, the fandom can finally grow and be excited for a Green Lantern project again. Um, and again, the show again, yes, I agree with a lot of y'all who said that the show just needs to be good. I agree with you, but it also needs to be faithful to the source material. And now it doesn't. The whole show doesn't have to be faithful to the source material, but at least let Green Lantern fans be Green Lantern fans. Let Green Lantern fans see an actual Green Lantern type of show. I think that's what a lot of people have a problem. That's why a lot of people have a problem with the show is because it's not as well as a space action adventure Green Lantern kind of show. But I think they could. I think they're doing something different, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do. Um, but yeah, moving on. Again, let me know in the comment section what you think about the whole teaser. Are you excited for to see the teaser? I am definitely excited. I'm very hyped to see the teaser. It may come out this week or next week. But it doesn't matter. I'm still excited. I'm going to be preparing for the teaser. I'm definitely going to give my review on the teaser. But moving on, guys, we're going to Supergirl. Now we have gotten recent updates about Supergirl. I keep thinking about calling One Woman Tomorrow, but because Jane's gonna scrap the whole One Woman Tomorrow part out, but I need to remember just to call it Supergirl. But yeah, so Supergirl updates have just come out, and we got some updates around the trailer. Now there are updates about the merch because I have seen merch. I think like there was a merch of a coffee mug, which is kind of weird. Um, but it looks good. I seen it. I think y'all should check that out. But yeah, they are starting merchandise for Supergirl, so that's really exciting. That shows you that the trailer is near. And it's CCXP. They will do a presentation of Supergirl, and probably a trailer. Now, this comes from DC Film News, and some other people who says that not Lantern, Supergirl, sorry, Supergirl will have like I believe what is going to show at CCXP is like a whole like galactic bar where I believe you can sit in and some other stuff because we did see that whole galactic bar and the set photo for kind of behind the scenes for Supergirl where they showed like Millie Alcock sitting in her chair and we see in the background like a bar like a galactic bar, so that will be featured in, I believe, Supergirl and CCXP. Um, and yeah, that's very exciting to hear. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. And yeah, they're going to have a galactic bar. I think they're going to have some other stuff with it. So that shows that, okay, if they're promoting Supergirl like with merch and a whole galactic bar, something big is going to happen. Something very big is probably going to happen. and that leads up to a trailer. Now, I don't know when. It may come out December 5th, around December 6th, but I hope it's December 4th because I believe that's around where CCXP happens. It's around there, but I, I'm so hyped for the trailer. I've been hearing some stuff. I'm excited to see Lobo. But yeah, the trailer will probably happen at CCXP. Very excited to see the trailer. I'm very, very excited. I did not think I would be this excited to see a Supergirl trailer, but I am because I really like the. I so far really like. I like the DCU so far. I like Superman. I like Creature Commandos, and all this is making me really happy to be a DC fan. I'm very happy. I'm excited to see Lobo. I'm excited to see what they're going to pull off. I definitely believe there's going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of controversy over this trailer because a lot of people going to be like, "Oh man, this isn't Supergirl. This is not how Supergirl is supposed to act." I can see a lot of people doing that. Me personally, again, I told y'all I never really liked the whole term of CW Supergirl being the whole, um, like Clark Kent, like Superman. I never really liked that. I didn't like how Supergirl in CW and Supergirl in the movie. I didn't like how they were just so. She was so similar to Superman. I wanted Supergirl to be a different character because think about it. She had to watch her whole world die while in front of her. She had to watch her world die in front of her. Like that will affect her life. She's different. Clark or Kal-El was an infant, a baby. He did not get to see Krypton die. He probably heard about it, but he didn't get to see it. Kara, she was what, like around 13, 14? She was young. Like that would traumatize a kid. So it makes sense how Supergirl, is like this in the movie. How she just so, I would say more of a brat, more of a jerk, more of a like a drunkie, like all of that, like we see in Superman, and to the point, where I'm actually glad they did it. It makes sense why Supergirl acts like this. It doesn't make sense how all of a sudden Supergirl comes to Earth and like I want to make the world a better place. It doesn't make sense, you know. So I really like what they're going for this kind of movie. Again, she had to watch her whole world die. She has to watch all of that. So it makes sense how her character's like that. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the character of Supergirl. I'm glad they're actually using her. I'm very excited to see this movie. That's really the only really update we have on Supergirl. Um, yeah, just really, it's gonna probably happen CCXP. I am looking forward to it. I'm gonna be looking out for it this week. I'm gonna be trying to, I will definitely give my review on the trailer when it comes out this week. It's probably gonna come out this week. But yeah, I'm very excited for the trailer. I'm very excited what they're gonna pull off with this type of Supergirl. I think this Supergirl has a lot of potential. Potential. I think this trailer has a lot of potential. I think this movie has a lot of potential, and I think the entire DCU has a lot of potential. But guys, that's the end of the video. Let me know what you thought of both Lanterns and Supergirl. Are you excited for the trailer? Can you wait for to see this whole cinematic movie come out? I am very excited to see the trailer. I am very excited to see this movie, and I'm very excited to see the DCU continue. And guys, that is the end of the video. I really do appreciate the support. 51 subscribers, guys. My goal actually is to get at least I believe around 60 by probably by the end of winter break. Yeah, that's kind of my goal is to get around 60 subscribers around the end of winter break. That's my goal. I really do appreciate y'all for the likes, the comments. Please comment down, guys. I really want to hear your thoughts on both Lanterns and Supergirl and the entire DCU in general. Guys, I will do another video next time. And before then, I will see you guys later. Peace.